Hi Aries, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. And before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So this week for your key to the week, you have the Temperance card. So it does look like this week you are focusing all of your power on your manifesting skills, but it also looks like you're cleaning house in a lot of ways. And when I say cleaning house, I mean for some of you this might be physically, but for a lot of you I actually feel like this is internally, whether this is mentally, emotionally, spiritually. This is about really going through that internal closet and starting to clean out the baggage. This is about you saying, right, if I want to get to there, I understand now what it is that I'm going to have to let go, what it is that I'm going to have to release in order to welcome that thing in, because it's always about a vibrational match, right? It's always about the energy that you're trying to welcome in, and you know, if your current energy doesn't match that, you're not going to be able to bring it in, and you're certain, or maybe you are and you get fluky with it, and then you're only able to hold it for a certain period of time. Do you know what I mean? Whereas if you create the changes on an internal level, at a spiritual, mental, emotional level, when you can do those things, and at an energetic level as well, when you can really pave the way for something, that's what the Temperance card talks about, right? And that process of spiritual alchemy or distillation. This is a week for you to really start to home in on what your lessons have been and how you can use that energy for your path going forward. So let's have a look at your cards for the week. You have, for your actions and options, you've got the Nine of Swords. Now I'm going to be really honest with you, because it is coupled with the Temperance card. So for in an odd way, there's a couple of things here. It could be that some of you are either working nights this week or working late into the night. You could be burning that midnight oil. You could really be spending a lot of time up, whether this is thinking, doing, moving, moving things around, shifting the energy in some way, shape or form. It looks like a lot of you are very focused on that. But the one thing that I don't want you to do, like this week, if you are having to go into that internal closet, if you know you're not ready, don't get lost in it, right? There's no point in cracking that door open, because if everything comes flooding out all at once, you're just going to be wading through it, right? So the chances are that this week you're going to have to be really strict with yourself and say, okay, am I in a place to deal with this? And if not, you know what, then I'm going to have to wait. I'm going to have to do it at a slower pace maybe. Now remember, Mars, your ruler, is currently very strong because he is in the sign of Aries at the moment, so he's giving you a lot of power. At this point as well though, it's, we have to mention that he is now starting to station to go retrograde. That's going to take place, I think, on September the 9th. So it's just an energy that you really want to be very conscious of, okay? So that's for your actions and options. For your communications and conversations this week, you have the Knight of Cups. Now this is a fantastic card because for me it's always offers and opportunities that come in. Now because it comes under your communications and conversations, there is an energy here that suggests that there will be something that is offered to you, or an opportunity that shapes up through some sort of a conversation, and it may very well be through somebody that you know on a spiritual level. Do you know what I mean? So this could be somebody that you whether you do or you don't, whether you go to church with, somebody that's in your local development circle. This could be somebody that is in your in your coven. This could be just somebody that has a resonance with you at a spiritual level. Maybe you have similar beliefs, and it very well could be that some sort of personal issue maybe this week arises, or some sort of personal worry ends up giving rise to an offer or an opportunity. Now I'm going to be honest, it does look like it's either something to do with spirituality, or maybe somebody invites you to something that has a very spiritual slant to it. If you know you're not ready, don't go and be a sourpuss and be that person that shows up with the scowl on their face, right? It's really important. But I mean, with the Knight of Cups, you can't really go wrong. It's very often, it's a very good card. Sometimes though it can be that kind of dreamer energy, so this could be as well, because you've got that Nine of Swords. Maybe this is where you clash with somebody over a belief, over what you think, over what you feel, over what they think and what they feel. It could be this week that beliefs are one of those things that kind of put a wedge in between people rather than bringing you guys together. So it's just something that you want to be really mindful of this week. You know, use that energy so that it doesn't use you. And if you do get an invite this week and you know you're not going to be your usual bouncy bubbly self, maybe decline for a later date rather than just saying sort of no, I can't do this week and leaving it at that. Just say, actually, you know what, I'm not really in the right place this you know, at this moment in time, but you know, when I am, is there another time that I can come? For your money and materials, you've got the Four of Swords. Yeah, I'm going to be honest, this is a very stasis based week, right? So it looks like you really are doing the work of cleaning out that inner closet, cleaning out all of that inner baggage. And you know, when you do that, that's how you can manifest abundance and prosperity and material things, but not before. Right, like I said, you might get fluky and you might be able to do it once off the, you know, off of a bat. But if you want to be able to manifest consistently, you know, a prosperity, abundance, if you want to do these things on a consistent basis or hold them for a long time, the vibrational energetic match has to be there. And this week, I feel like that's what you're working on. So this week, your finances could be stagnant, right? And right underneath the Nine of Swords as well, it could be that not only are they stagnant, but that's something that you're worrying about. If you are focusing on the stagnation and the not moving of money that you have, you're going to grow that, right? That's what you're going to get more of. You need to change, you need to find a way to change the vibration. And if you're doing all of this inner work, that is how it's going to happen, but it's going to be slow. Remember, you have to clear that first and then send, you know, and then it broadcasts out to the universe, and then it starts to reverb back at you. Right, okay, so you're ready for more money, you're ready for more abundance. Cool, that's what I'll send you. But all the time your energy, you know, your thoughts, your emotions, all the rest of it are in that place of lack or that stagnation energy. That's what you're going to create more of. And, you know, off the back of your communications and conversations, somebody might point this out to you this week. It might be that you have a conversation where somebody kind of points out to you, you know what, the reason you're having this experience is because you keep recreating it. If that is the case, don't take it as a personal attack. Take it as a way. Remember, you know, your planet Mars is in your sign right now. Don't take it as a personal attack. Take it as an opportunity to learn or to know something more or deeper about yourself. And if you can do so, you can but grow from it. Because remember, the Four of Swords, it always says to you, take the break now. And I say this to people a lot, right? If you can feel yourself getting ill, it's better that you take 1, 2, maybe even a week worth of days, rather than 6 weeks down the line you end up having to take a month off because you're out, because you've burnt yourself out, right? So when it comes to your finances this week, if they are low, sit with that energy, but think and create a different energy vibration with it, right? Just accept and surrender at where you are at this moment in time, and then start to manifest what it is that you truly want. Now, when it comes to the home, it looks like you lot are working on your home, but almost like late into the night, you know, sorting through boxes, chucking out paperwork, you know, old clothes, all the rest of it. It looks like you're doing a lot of this. And then for your physical health, this is a week for you to take a rest, right? Whether it's a day, whether it's the whole week. Take the rest now. The universe is giving you a free pass when it comes to rest. Enjoy it. For your love and relations, you have the World card, right? So this is nice because it comes right underneath that Knight of Cups. For those of you that are single, you could be meeting or connecting with somebody that is either very worldly or lives at a distance from you, possibly somebody that's older than you as well. The thing that you probably want to know about this person though, the meeting, as in like the physical connection between you guys, is probably not going to happen anytime soon. It will happen just later down the line, so it won't be this week. So this is likely to be somebody that you meet online, somebody that is suggested to you by a friend, and you end up sending text messages and WhatsApp messages for the longest time, and it's kind of like, well, are we ever going to meet? Are we ever going to get round to it? For those of you that are partnered, something about your relationship changes this week. There's something about your relationship that it looks like you may have been working on for some time, World card. you know, with the Four of Swords, it might be that you've been working on this for a while, and it looks like that the communication between you guys has finally reached a place that it needed to be at so that you could actually move forward as a collective. So all in all, not necessarily a bad week. I have to be honest though, it's a very slow week for you, which may be very frustrating for you at this moment in time, because Mars, your ruler, is currently in your sign. Use that to your advantage. Remember, when Mars is in your sign, especially when it goes retrograde, this is where you can start to be, or need to be, more strategic. This is where you need to be more of the general rather than the soldier. All right, with that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.